I have to go back to the gym.
For cardio?
No, to finish my lift. I didn't finish it. So, little intermission.
That's right. Just a little bit of a break, a little bit of
I
a.
literally just like left Tar. I was like, I gotta go. And he's gonna Uber to get his haircut. And now I'll go back.
Yeah, I was just saying that like Eric and I lived in Athens, Ohio, because we've been together for 10 years. So we like kind of like, went to college together and what have you. And then we were living together in like my little apartment that was like 600 square feet. And it was hot as balls. There was no central AC because you're in a college apartment. And so we had like little AC units, but literally we would be so hot. We'd have like the windows open. We'd have like fans going because even though we had a little AC unit, like it just wasn't really worth it because like I didn't really do dick. And like whenever we'd open up the fridge, we literally just got Uma like in I want to say July or August, and that's like peak like sweat season in Athens. And whenever we'd open up the fridge, like he would get himself like a rolling rock or whatever. And because it was so fucking hot, Uma would try to get into the refrigerator and like cuddle into the fridge because it was so fucking hot. So literally, I'm like dragging this little kitten away from like the fridge because she would literally like try to get onto the lowest spot and curl up and like sleep. And I'm like, you will literally freeze to death if you do that.
That's cute.
It was very cute, but it was also I was like, get out of the fridge.
I know. I feel like I have to pour water on Chip like every time we go out because it's
Mm-hmm.
just so hot. And his little paws, I'm like, oh,
He
his
needs like
baby.
little booties, like little like cool like little sandals, so he like keeps
Tara
his
got him
hot.
socks. Did you see
There you
that
go.
picture of him with the socks on?
I don't think I did. That's hilarious.
Ah, I'll have to send it in the group. It is so cute. It's the cutest thing.
I love that. I wish like my cats would wear stuff. Like the furthest I ever got for my pets wearing something is like we have a little bow tie for Finn.
Oh,
So he has a little bow tie.
yeah.
And then Uma for Halloween, she was a Batman once. So we had like a little Bat Cat costume. And that was very short-lived, but it was the best.
That's cute.
Then she got
And
too
now I
fat.
have like a little sombrero hat for him. He has like little ties. He has a taco costume from Halloween. I don't even like Mexican food. I got him a sombrero and like taco, like, but he's so cute in it. I love it.
So low key, I don't like Italian food. Like I don't like
Really?
I don't get pasta. I don't get why people shit themselves over pasta. Like I've never had fresh pasta, albeit I've never had like
Uh,
fresh homemade pasta.
what about pizza? Oh,
Like
Ash.
it's just
Ash.
it's fine. Now I will say there's a place in Ohio called Marion's Pizza.
Okay.
Marion's Pizza slaps. That's
Okay,
something
Marion.
where like you give me a supreme extra large, I will fuck up that whole entire pizza. But like I grew up eating pizza and it was just like I had a thing with red sauce. So like we always did like the garlic, like white sauce
The
pizza, and that
white,
was
yeah.
fine. But like even today, it's like it's just okay for me. Like I never am like, oh, I could really fuck up a pizza right now. Like I've never had that like intense craving.
Okay.
She's like, okay, so we're kicking you off the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's
You're
honest. So,
cut.
all right, don't come at
Laura,
me.
you're
But
quiet. Do you like pizza?
I
honestly,
like pizza.
no. I was that child that would get pizza, rip the cheese off, and just eat the bread as a child before I even like knew I didn't have the greatest relationship with dairy.
Are you guys psychopaths?
Yeah. But
What?
if you gave me a box of cereal or a loaf of bread, goodbye, gone.
I do like cereal now. That's my new thing.
Yep.
Dude,
Oh, it's so good.
cereal slaps. That was like when I was like in the middle of like my binge eating disorder. Like I could destroy a
Oh yeah,
box.
family size box. Good night.
Oh, easy, right? Like literally, I remember once Cheerios had a limited release of like banana nut bread. I love banana nut bread. And so literally, like I was house sitting for a friend and I like had an episode. So literally they had an entire box of banana nut bread. And I went through that. And I was so embarrassed because I was binging at my friend's house while I was cat sitting. And I was like, I'm gonna have to replace this, or else they're gonna know that I ate their entire family size box of this banana nut bread Cheerios. You guys, I went to 6 grocery stores because it was a
Oh,
limited edition release. Six different. I was on my phone trying to find like would Walmart have it, like Kroger, whatever. 6 different stores, and I found it. It wasn't family size though. It was just a normal size box of cereal. Put it back in their shelf. Nothing.
Nothing.
They've never figured it out. But I was like, I took that to my grave, except for anyone who listens to this podcast. But like, holy shit, that cereal will slaps.
That's actually a good precursor for going into this because we're talking about all weird shit we've done with food
Weird,
and
weird food shit. Yeah.
during preps and all that. So I guess we can go into, well, how's everybody's week going? First off, what day is it? It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay.
It's Thursday.
All right. They all
It
just
is.
kind of together at this point.
Yeah. Anything new with you, Ash? We'll
I
start.
haven't
We'll go up
trained
to
since Monday. Like
really.
I've been pushing so hard in this growth phase that I
Yeah.
woke up on Tuesday and like I'm
Felt
not
like dog
someone that
shit.
cries randomly. Like I only cry if I'm like really pissed off or if I'm sad. Like you know that angry cry that girls do? I have
Yeah.
that real bad. But I woke up and I just cried. My weight was still up 4 pounds. I felt inflamed. Like I just felt like complete butthole. I was like, I think I overreached. I think I'm at the point where like I have been so on top of my shit with training and stuff like that that like I woke up just knackered. So I was like, okay, take the day off. Weight was still up the next day. Still felt like I think I even felt even worse. Like my body just hurt head to toe. And I was like, okay, you're not going to go into the gym till Saturday. Cause like, I don't even want to train. Like I see people training and I'm like, oh, and that's, that's not like me. So like motivation was low. My body was hurting. Like I was weepy and emotional. So I was like, okay, you're just going to rest. You're going to like be like, do your cardio or whatever, or like, clean the house. Like if you have to mow the lawn, fine. But like, just take a chill pill. And like, I'm starting to finally feel better. But like, you guys, the first like Tuesday and Wednesday, I was just angry. I was just so mad at the world for no reason other than the fact that I was just tired.
I get that.
I
Yeah.
hear that right now.
Yeah.
I hear
You're the
that
one
for
deep in
sure.
prep.
For sure. But yeah, but you also have a really good excuse. You're eating like a bird. I'm eating like a football player and I'm feeling like that. So I'm like, okay, well, the fact that food is this high really means I need to like
Chill. Pull
take
back.
a
Yeah.
spell. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my first week of no upper body training at all, just 4 lower days. So that's why like I'm confused with like my volume right now, like when to push, when to kind of chill. So like I was telling Ash, Laura, I have to go back to the gym because I didn't finish my session. But I'm like, do I really need to like do a fifth exercise on this day if I have 4 leg days a week, you know?
So
So I'm
I
like
train
trying to
legs.
find
I train legs 4 days a week, and
yeah.
it took me a little bit, like I would say, be very selective with the exercises that you feel you connect well with.
Yeah.
I stopped wasting time, like, and I know I've heard you talk about this too. Like, I'll do like a warm-up set that's like 10 to 12 reps. My second set will be like a catch set that's like 4 reps. And then
I do like 3 to 4 reps. Yeah.
and then I'll hit a top set, maybe a back off, and then move on.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, funny. Totally off subject. I was doing a warm-up set and I told Tara to put on a 10 on the other side. So I was doing it was 275 for barbell RDLs. And I told him slap a 10 on the other side. And he put a 10 on and I like had to mentally prepare and I was like, come on, Meg, let's go. And I pick it up and I fucking like fall over to the left side because he put a 10 kg plate. So he put a 25, I put a 10 on the side. I got it all on film. I was like, when you date a freaking guy from the UK.
That's
I
hilarious.
love how
It was
you're
so
talking about
funny.
your warm-up sets with 275 too. Like,
Yeah.
go home.
Like
I think
like
my
trained
working
my
today was
shorts that I squatted
215.
300 the other day, and she's like RDLing for warm up at 275. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I like RDLs. They're fun.
I feel like I'm gonna break
Like a baddie.
anything right now. I literally actually feel like I'm gonna snap it down. Snap it out.
Yeah, I could fit. Yeah, you should be though.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Your legs look nasty, like good
Yeah.
nasty on that leg press that you posted.
Mhm.
There,
And on
so
these
I
lines.
finally hit the like it's time to like pull cardio and let them.
Yeah, chill.
So we'll say Thursday. I dropped 4 pounds since Monday.
Dang.
Yeah.
I gained 4.
So
That same.
Hey.
but I'm at the like all my joints hurt and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And I have my edema in my legs and feet, and so it's time.
The joys of prep.
It makes me nervous being so close. Like, what if it fucks me? But
I think it'll be okay. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Once you pull back the cardio and rest the body a little more, it'll be sweet. You'll be good.
Yeah, but speaking of, since you're in prep, have you done any weird food things?
Yeah.
So this has been an accomplishment for me, and I'm going to be totally transparent about this. And I'm a little embarrassed to admit it because also being a coach, but this is the first prep I've ever done that I haven't fucked off. That like I've binged a little bit in the middle of the night. That I've eaten anything. Like I've nailed everything. Like I haven't had a single anything over. I haven't also like resorted to drinking bottles of Walden Farms.
Sick.
And eat like I will say from like a nutrition stance, I've nailed this. And this is the first time I've ever been able to do that. And one of the biggest reasons I felt so strongly about it is like, how the fuck am I going to tell people to do this if I can't do it?
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never done that ever.
Yeah. I know my preps in the past, like I've never been able to not, I wouldn't say fuck up, but like just little things here and there, like little crutches. Like that's what I'm really banking on next year. I just feel like I'm in a solid headspace with training and nutrition and all of that, that I think this is my year where I'm not gonna resort to those. So I'm excited.
You want to know how gross I was when I was like balls deep in prep? Like anything that Walden Farms made, I have tried. That
Marshmallow
was back in 2019. So
that's bad.
Did you try the marshmallow dip?
The marshmallow dip? I actually didn't mind that. I didn't mind it. It tasted like chemicals, but literally.
How about the peanut butter?
I didn't mind it.
I have
Have you had the peanut butter?
Oh, it's so gross.
It's like actual vomit.
I was like so psyched to get it because I was like, oh, there's no way this can't be bad. I was like,
that's so nasty.
I was like,
did you ever have the veteran butter though too? That one that was like,
is that like,
it was like a low fat version of peanut butter, but
oh no,
it was like 15 grams of carbs, but a serving of it was 100 calories for 2 tablespoons. It actually tasted legit and was good. They just like somehow pulled the oil.
Interesting. But like, no, I even got the one that was like cinnamon raisin because I really love cinnamon raisin. And like, it was so bad, like to the point where I was like, there's no way this is like not lethal. Like, there's no way that like this would not be killing so many of my cells. So like, I mean, you name any Walden Farm product from 2019, chances are I probably tried it, except for like the savory stuff, because like I didn't crave savory stuff in prep. I wanted sweet chip. And the chocolate syrups, the caramel syrups, maple syrups, the fluff. I loved the fluff. What I would do is I would make zucchini oatmeal, right? So like the oats would be like 10 grams of oats, but then like 200 grams of zucchini, right? With some protein powder, because I was also vegan at the time. And I would make a zucchini oatmeal with a bunch of cinnamon. And then I would put the marshmallow fluff in there to make like, I don't even know, zucchini bread, because like I really like cinnamon and shit like that. And I convinced myself that this was like the nectar of the gods, you guys. I made it all contest prep. And whenever Eric like saw me eating it, he would just be like,
that's nasty.
Wow, you guys have gone deeper than I have. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, dude.
Dude, my very first prep, this is messed up, but you know Tums, right? Antacids.
Yes.
The coated ones that taste good. I would legit eat them like they were candy. And then I was wondering why I was so like bloated and just nothing like digestive wise was good, because obviously I'm lowering like my stomach acid, and it was just, I would go through like packs of Tums. It was just like people are like, oh yeah, Tic Tacs, like sugar-free gum. I'm like, give me some Tums. That's so fucked.
I would suck on cough drops, like the sugar-free ones. Okay. I just wanted something in my mouth. And like, you get to a certain point in prep where like, because you are chewing a lot of gum, so you have something in your mouth. Like my jaw hurt. Like I'm sure you've all experienced like jaw pain when you like chew so much gum. I was like, well, I want something in my mouth, but like it hurt to chew. So I was like, well, what can I suck on? I was like, I could do Tic Tacs, but I was like, no, Tic Tac have calories, right? But because there's no nutrition label on cough drops, the sugar-free ones, I was like, oh, there's no
Prep hack.
It's like Skittles.
God.
Oh wow.
Laura's
I
like, these
know
are fucked.
a
What's
lot of
that?
people now are doing like the Zyn, like chewing tobacco, like putting Zyn in their mouth. Have you ever heard of that?
I know Derek, my friend, he'll use nicotine, the Nicorette
Yeah, like the
gum.
nicotine gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was considering that my next prep, and Eric was like, if you do that, he's like, you are going to get fucked up. He's like, you have such an addictive personality.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't stop you, but he's like, you're gonna fuck yourself up if you use it. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
I think one of the worst ones I did to myself was when Zevia first came out, which I love and I still drink to this day, but I was crushing like a like pack of them, like a 6-pack a night, like not even throughout the day, like a night, just so I wasn't hungry.
I
They're
thought
the
you meant a
most
can.
highly carbonated seltzer I've ever had. So of course,
Bubble guts over there.
legit, like pregnant looking, like skinny as can be. Oh boy, it was bad. We
Oh
were
my
so to not be hungry.
Yeah.
So bloated.
I bet you had some nasty belches though. You could just
Oh
like
yeah.
go through. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You burp immediately drinking that. There's no way.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Yeah. So for me, it was mostly like doing like I feel like everyone does this. So like the cauliflower and zucchini hacks. Like I don't think that's like super outlandish. I feel like most people, kind of go through that. But for me, it was like I'm gonna share this story. I'm gonna embarrass the fuck out of myself, but because obviously carbs are low. So here's the deal. I knew that it would be a prep hack for fucking cough drops, right? Sugar-free cough drops. But for whatever reason in my brain, I was smart enough to be like, oh, if I'm using oral flavored lube, that's gonna have carbs in it, right? So like how my brain delineated that is beyond me. But I was like obviously not wanting to have sex because everything hurts and you just don't want to have sex. But like obviously I'm married to Eric and it's like, okay, well, this is my choice to be in prep, right? Like I don't want him to suffer sexually. So I was thinking like, okay, well, I don't want to have sex, but what could I do that would like, help him to feel loved and help me to feel loved to some extent by loving on him and loving on us, but also so I can like taste something in my fucking mouth. And I was like, we have oral flavored lube. So
Sloppy toppy.
oh my God, literally it was tropical flavored pineapple. And let me tell you, like the ratio of my slobber to the lube was just ungodly because it was just, oh my gosh, the taste was just out of this world. Out of this world. My taste buds were like screaming. And that's probably honestly the best slob knob session I've ever given because like it was just the taste was so good.
I just picture like when you give a dog like an empty can of peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Yep.
Yeah. Eric
3
was
grams of
probably like,
carbs.
oh wow, she's really enjoying it. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I am, bitch. Right. I mean, you get that stage in prep where you're like, you look at your husband's wiener and you're like, I just want to put ketchup and mustard and a bun on that and eat it like a hot dog. Like you don't want to have sex. And so listen, I'm real. I'm so real about it. Like you don't want to have sex. So it's like, how can I like contribute to my marriage, but also like
You're a giver. I'll give you that. There would have been no fucking chance I would waste carbs to do that. Being that hungry, no way. Like, sorry, you're on your
listen,
own.
we were newlyweds and it was my first time ever prepping and I like felt bad enough because I know how like prep is when it comes to like it being selfish and very regimented. So I was like, I gotta be a good wife too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's dedication. Tracking the lube. Good one.
Oh my God. Jesus. I'm trying to think of other shit that I did. Like, I mean, everyone did the protein hack with the fluff, like the xanthan gum and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah. I didn't know xanthan gum was like such a huge thing now, but now people are doing like the ninja creamies.
the
and, like,
cottage cheese.
Yeah, cottage cheese ice cream. Like, get real.
I tried
Doesn't
that
taste like ice
just
cream.
because I thought it was interesting. It was so bad. It does not taste like ice cream. It tastes like cottage cheese.
Well, yeah, it's fucking
This
cottage
is
cheese.
cottage cheese.
Like
Dude.
I was honestly surprised by it though, because like it was like viral. So I'm expecting like, oh, that's probably maybe it must be good if everybody's fucking doing it. No, it's horrible. It tastes like shit. It's
Yeah.
just like cottage cheese, which is fine if it's cottage cheese, but not ice cream.
Yeah, like I saw someone doing cottage cheese and egg white bread where the ingredients were powdered egg whites and
Okay, I
cottage
know
cheese.
exactly who you're talking about, and that girl is so disordered.
Dude, share all of
Everything.
her page. Just, I'm like,
I have to like scroll past to not be like, you're
Triggered.
probably a very nice person, but you need help.
I mean, it's like, it's sad, right? It's sad because, like,
Yeah.
obviously we get desperate for prep, so you become really creative and you lie to yourself and convince yourself that, like, oh, this tastes good, when in reality you're like dying inside. But then, like, to actually believe it in your soul to where you're like promoting these protein hacks on, and that's just like all you are, like,
Yeah.
that's the point where it's like, well, if you're not careful, it can get to that point. But it's also just really sad, you
Yeah.
know.
I think too, like, I can only speak for myself right now on this, but because it hasn't been that long since I've had like pretty severe digestive issues with SIBO and all that, I'm much more concerned with being able to eat foods that just don't make me feel uncomfortable and like maybe have a little PTSD from having, been constantly distended and bloated and all that for like a year and a half. That like I don't give a fuck what anything tastes like. I really don't care as long as I'm not feeling uncomfortable and I'm not like entirely starving. Like I've been fortunate that like the lowest I've had to go for carbs has been like 100 grams and
Yeah.
still been able to like progress and whatnot.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like I've been smart with what I'm choosing as foods and keeping like everything low FODMAP and whatever, even though I don't have to, but just
Right.
because I'm comfortable.
Right. I didn't do, like, I didn't have this weird food thing in prep. But Quest bars, the Quest, I was up Quest's butthole with their protein
As well.
powder, their chips, and their bars. You guys,
They make pizzas now.
What?
Yeah, it's in the frozen section at Walmart. I was like, what is this?
I
I
don't
know you
know.
guys don't like pizza, but
S'mores, Quest
that's not
bars,
pizza.
toss them in the air fryer for a minute. I love them.
With some Halo top.
Yes, honestly, I know that
Look up
that's
the
probably the
guys.
one remainder of like
yeah,
diet shit, but that was good.
yeah, the Halo top.
I
I
feel
would
like it wouldn't be
air
good anymore.
frying the cookie dough Quest bar, and like I would literally like cut it in half and like
Form a cookie.
We should do
form
that
a
on one of these
cookie.
episodes. Let's all grab a thing of it and like retaste it and see what our reviews.
Dude, we're all gonna give ourselves SIBO if we do that, because it's gonna be like the erythritol and was it the corn fiber that
I
they use?
there's an
What is it? Let
absurd
me
amount of fiber in that.
Quest
Yeah. Dude, I would
Well,
eat 3 a day.
3.
that's like I want to say it's like 7 grams of fiber per serving. There's like
Yeah,
four.
I was gonna look it up.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was bad, but it was also
Ooh,
so expensive too. Like,
You were eating 4 a day, so that's literally like 30 grams of fiber. Holy shit.
yeah, right. That's just from
that's
Quest
from
bars. That's not
Quest
including
bars.
like other
Oh
food.
no, I was talking about Halo Top. The Quest bar has 17
Oh,
grams of fiber in it.
Yeah, Quest bars are
I
up there.
was honestly, I was eating like 5 a day too
Yeah.
at one point.
mm.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
they
I
have
was like,
crackers now too, I think. Crackers and
14 grams of fiber in one bar, y'all.
yeah,
14 grams.
they used to have 17. They probably redid the formula.
6 grams of sugar alcohols.
you can't tell me that 3 grams did a goddamn thing.
Nuts. I'm just curious as to like how we all handle that.
We didn't.
We didn't.
Our guts
Yeah.
were messed up. We couldn't shit. We were lying to ourselves.
Yeah, like honestly, it was just the financial aspect too, because I got hooked when I was early in college, tail end of my senior year of high school, and I remember driving. I would get like such a euphoric high driving to the fucking nutrition store. I can't think of it. There was like a general supplement store, not like a GNC, but a different company that was like right by my house, and like I would get a literal euphoria, like driving there, parking my car, getting a little basket and mix and matching. And like I was such a regular there. I think I would go every week, that like rather than just buying a box, which would have been so much cheaper long term, because I came there so frequently, I would mix and match and they would give me a box discount.
Yeah, they did that in my nutrition center.
Yeah.
Value customer right there.
Bro, they almost offered me a job too, but they found out I was like 17. They were like, gotta be 18, bitch. I was like, damn it. Could I get that good customer service or that fucking discount?
That's another thing. What is up with me actually, now that I think about it? So I did the Tums, and then another thing I did was gummy vitamins. Because they're like candy. But obviously they have carbs and calories. But like now that I think about it, I'm like, why am I like ODing on vitamin C gummies and Tums?
You're like, they're in the medical part. This is okay.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like,
right.
this is healthy.
If there's no nutrition label, it doesn't count.
True, true, true. But I
Oh,
mean, everybody knows about like the diet hacks of like the cut cucumbers with the stevia and the cinnamon and all of that. I think that is, I don't think that's a bad one per
I've been
se.
is
I
it
mean, you should still track your cucumbers, but
that's one there for it. Like people that don't track macros
yeah,
and
they're like
vegetables. I don't understand that.
all this volume
right?
and well, eh. So working with Jason, he doesn't have you track, like he does like 4 100-gram servings like untracked, or yeah, like 4 servings untracked, and then anything over that, then you track. And then now I track everything.
I was gonna
Mhm.
say, I feel like that's more
Makes
confusing.
no sense.
Well, do I track this? Don't track this. I track
Yeah.
that. I don't
Yeah,
track
it's
that.
like
Stuff
it's confusing. So just track everything that goes into your mouth hole,
Yeah.
like Ash with her lube. Like be like Ash.
Bro, no, don't be
We're
like
making
Ash because
t-shirts.
Don't be like Ash, but like
don't
be
be
like
like Ash because like Ash used to be so neurotic. Like literally, I like because I was that like paranoid. Like I would also weigh out my eggs in my off season. Like don't be like Ash. But literally, when I was in prep, I was like paranoid about swallowing. Like going back to that oral thing, that like I literally looked up the nutrition for cum on my Fitness Pal, and when the result came up 69 calories, I logged it because I believed it. I literally missed the joke of 69.
oh, I was like, that's so funny that it's 69.
So fucking funny, right? But I
Like,
was so
wow, the
naive.
stars aligned.
That's
Oh my
funny.
gosh. Like I was just
Oh,
so don't
Ash.
be like Ash.
Did you
Ash
bring
was
out your
naive.
little food scale in the bedroom? Just
Literally, just like just
Can you just get it right here?
literally like have your food scale weigh it out.
fucking
Like,
hand me.
uh,
Uh,
don't be like Ash,
yeah,
because
don't
Ash
be
was
like Ash. Never
Wow.
mind.
insane.
Oh, that's
Oh my god. I'm trying to think of other things that I've done where it's just like I mean, I did shit when I was fat that I was like, I look back on now and I'm like, why did you put that into your mouth? So like a good fat concoction, if you're trying to talk about bulking season, if you're trying to bulk, right? The condiment that slapped for me was like the little Tyson chicken nuggies. Yeah, I love the little Tyson breaded chicken nuggies. But here's what I would do, right? Like, yeah, I would do barbecue sauce or ranch or maybe ketchup, like a normal person ish. But for whatever reason, my fat ass taste buds love the combination of Heinz mayonnaise and honey.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
have
can't do white stuff.
complex.
Well,
I have a complex with mayo. It's
yeah, I don't like
the texture.
mayo,
I can't do it.
sour cream.
Yeah,
Can't
I
do
don't
white
know if
stuff.
it's like the jiggliness of it.
It's
But like
nasty.
that's the thing though, is like Heinz mayonnaise is an extra level of gross because it's
It's
like
thick.
it's thick and like gelatinous almost, and like just
Like
thinking about the
real
texture
mayo.
now, like oh, I
Mm.
get the squirmies, but like literally my fat taste buds were like, nope, this shit slaps.
Ugh. Nope. I'll
Oh.
pass. But I know a lot of people get hooked up on like sugar-free gum, obviously, and just go through packs and packs a day. And I swear, if you cut that out, like your physique will change overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't realize these little things, these crutches that they go to make their diet easier is honestly just ruining their prep. It's like, why even prep if you're going to these like
Mm-hmm.
easy hacks? Like
I
it
had a
should be
client.
hard
I had a client doing that. That was a lifestyle client who like has
going
had
through packs of gum.
packs of sugar-free gum a day, like skinny, like
Yeah.
98 pounds skinny, and distended as could be. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, can we just cut the gum? You'll feel a little better. Hunger will pick up because you'll be less bloated. We can get some more
Mm-hmm.
food in you because like it's a process. Obviously, there's still some disordered tendencies happening.
Of
But like
course.
when you start to feel better, you'll be like, okay, well, I'm hungry now, and like start to honor those cues.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. But she did start to cut it back, and it was like you're saying, like overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I once saw a competitor post where like she had like different peak weeks. And her first peak week, the beginning, like she
I
looked, I
think I
mean, she
know.
looked phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. but then she compared it to another peak week where she cut out all artificials, including the gum, and literally her physique
night and day.
Night and day. And it was like part of the same prep. So it wasn't even like she had a year off to make improvements. No. Like it was 2 different peak weeks, and she literally just cut out all the artificials. So like I get artificials aren't the devil, and like I'm sure there's like a dose response relationship, because like I don't want people to think that like, you know, having a Splenda packet of coffee is like the end of the world, but like it's the use of these like artificials that was like,
I think that that's fair though, because like you give yourself 1 week to like fully rid it of your system. I'm planning to do that too. It's like I think that that's a long enough time but leading up to that, you know, within moderation, if you want to throw some Mio in your water or whatever it is, like just to like get done what you need to.
Yeah. That was a good one. Mio. I did a lot of Mio, and I did a lot of, dude, you guys, someone needs to take away my credit card when I'm in prep. I would spend hundreds of dollars on those fucking skinny syrups. Like literally, I could have opened up a fucking coffee bar in my apartment. I had so many flavored coffee syrups that like they didn't even taste good, right? Like they tasted horrible, but because I would put them not in my coffee, because I love black coffee, in my like zucchini oats or in my like cauliflower rice.
If
I mean,
either
did
of
you
you,
see
go ahead.
Cameron, like he posted, I can't remember how long ago, but he posted like his
Yes.
client was literally cooking her fucking oats in the skinny syrup, no water, legit. The water was the skinny syrup, and I'm just
When
like,
I saw that, I was like, cringe. Oh,
my gut like literally rot as I was reading that. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
But I had to cut those out too because it got out of hand. I would go to like TJ Maxx, you know, they always have like the skinny syrups there. I would stock up, but nah, I don't like them anymore. The taste, like my mom still has them at her house, and like whenever I visit, I'll put a little bit, and I'm like, ew.
Yeah, it doesn't taste
Not
good.
good.
That's how like delusional you get when your calories are low.
Your taste buds change once you go to that stuff. I have to stand. My ass is cramping.
Start doing your Bulgarians. Just like pick up chip and just start going.
I have to go back and do hip thrust.
Ooh,
that's the only thing you've got left?
Yeah.
All right, just have Tara lay her across your lap.
Literally.
Crush it.
Oh my God. Is there anything else crazy? Like, because obviously me being so many different shapes and sizes, my taste buds have changed throughout the years, where I definitely did some shit where you're like, that's definitely like a fat person thing, like the mayonnaise and honey.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me enough to do that now. Like even just for shits and kicks, you know what I'm saying? But for prep, I think just honestly the grossest thing would have been like the over abuse of mustard, right? Because it has 0 calories. So like everything got mustard. Everything.
Dude, I got in deep. It was like I was pretty close to my pro debut. I was so hungry one day. I legit just put like in a little jar, just yellow mustard, and I put stevia in it. I just mixed it up, and I was eating it with a spoon. And I was like, hold up. What are you doing? It's like you just think anything just to feel full. But honestly, that is what is probably like taking you from first place to like 16th place in my case. But like, you know what I mean? Like it does a number on your physique and you don't even realize it. So, but because this shit should not be easy. And I think people just go towards these. It's just, yeah. I mean, it can be like weak-minded, but it can also be like disordered habits that are just kind of coming into prep, and we normalize them on social media. Like, ooh, prep hack, ooh, prep hack. It's like it's actually not good for your mental. So
I was just about to say that is like the ability to differentiate like what is like red zone. And that gets a little bit hairy, especially like not even just with like mental health, but physical health of like how you're feeling. Like I've had a few days like that I'm kind of like, ooh, everything's pulling. I feel like it's hard to breathe. Is this crossing the like danger zone line? I don't know. I'm still here, but
when we get those prep goggles on, you don't really know how to differentiate them. But that's where having good communication with your coach though comes into play for sure.
Since we're kind of talking about like the prep hacks and stuff like that, like and kind of embracing that hunger, because we are choosing to do this, right? Let's be real, we are choosing to do this. What are your guys' thoughts on using like semaglutide to suppress appetite when it comes to a contest prep?
Laura, you shook your
I
head.
wouldn't do it.
No?
Just with the recent studies of it coming out and the like long-term effects, and I personally wouldn't, but I've seen people do it and be successful. I know that Jason's done it with clients and has been successful with it. However, I'm probably also a little bit of a not necessarily the right person to ask, because like I have the opposite problem. It's easy for me to lose weight. It's very difficult for me to gain muscle. So when it comes to dieting, I don't really have to dig like most people do.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if I had experienced that like extreme level, my opinion may change.
Yeah. I mean, I've personally used it with a client, and I think there is a time and place given, you know, where their headspace is at, their mental headspace, for one, you know, why are they so like, why is their appetite so ravenous? Like, is it
Right.
mental or is it actually physical hunger? Definitely differentiating those, but you have to talk to them about, you know, with semaglutide, you don't use it long term. It should be a short duration, uh, what do I want to call? Not
Like a
fix,
course.
not
Yeah.
yeah, just short duration. And then you have to taper it off too, just like any type of compound that you throw in. But there are like the recent studies, like it does downregulate your thyroid. It does lead to decreased muscle mass, which we want to hold on to during a prep. So I would just be very lenient with who I would utilize it with.
There was something else I was hearing about it too, organ damage wise. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, like kidney or liver too.
Yeah, that sounds
So
familiar.
like if they're already using like oral
Orals. That was my
orals,
hesitation.
like it would be kind of iffy. But I think like for very short periods of time, like 4 to 8 weeks tops, I wouldn't
No.
go longer.
Has that been experimented with to see if there's any negative side effects from using it in short duration? Because I mean, something like Winstrol will also suppress your appetite and
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
else.
yeah. I mean, we're just using it pretty short term. We're just on like week 5 right now, and then we'll pull it going into her rest of her shows. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's been successful, but at the same time, like, I do pay mind to like, okay, there is a chance that, you know, we could lose muscle mass, we can do some damage here. So
Yeah.
definitely playing it on like the safer end of things. I would never keep it in for like a full prep.
Maybe just have her do a little bit more frequent labs to see like
Yeah, definitely.
liver and kidney health.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got them done because she's also on HRT. So we keep an eye on her labs already. So making sure that those thyroid levels were in a good spot still. So pretty happy with that. So, but definitely it's my first time. I'm not sure if I would utilize it with many clients. Like there's other compounds with more research done. So I'm like,
Yeah. And that's the thing with me. It's like I personally wouldn't use it because like this is like very, very I don't want to say elitist, but it's like I have no problem using like other like actual fat burners, like like Glen or Yohimbine or whatever in myself or even in my athletes. But for me, it's like if we're just using like something like a semaglutide just to suppress hunger, to get around feeling hungry, that for me, I personally would not do, because I'm like, well, people actually do probably need to use these drugs in like severe like metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, stuff like that, because it is a prescription drug for that purpose. But I'm like electing to do a bodybuilding show, and if I'm just using it just so I'm not feeling
to
hungry,
suppress that.
I'm like that. I'm not okay with. But that's just a personal thing, because again, like it's not even like, oh, well, this is a bad drug versus like the other drugs. Like they're all fucking drugs, right? They're all like gray market illegal when it comes to like how you acquire them. So for me, it's like I just want my character to be built, because when you are like hungry, like you face your inner demons, and that's kind of how you show yourself how strong you are when it comes to the challenges of low food, high cardio, and the mental kind of suffering that you go through during this time. I'm like, listen, I want my character to be built up. So I wouldn't purposely choose to use that just so I would be a little uncomfortable, because I'm choosing this discomfort. You know what I'm saying?
I think if you're using it as like all of these like food hacks, like to
Yeah.
control your appetite and your hunger and all of that, your cravings, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Definitely I wouldn't throw that in. So that's when I have to reason like, okay, is this
Mhm.
physical or mental hunger?
Yep.
You know, so I wouldn't use it all the time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
No, for sure. Just interesting discussion because that kind of came up and I was talking to Eric about it. And he was like, well, you've used other like drugs and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, but like, what about this one? And so he told me I was being ridiculous, but he's like, you're taking a moral high horse when you use other shit. And I'm like, that's fair. Like, not holier than thou by any means. But any other like weird things that you guys have done in terms of like either hacks or like weird food combinations that you swear besides pizza that like
You know, one thing I saw that I'm like, shit, I actually might try that. It was like rice cake French toast.
I
So
saw
like
that
you
too.
you make it like regular French toast, but you just use a rice cake. And then you pop it in the air fryer and it's all crispy. I'm like,
Really good.
I don't know. Like
I
with
would just
eggs. Like,
I feel like it would just disintegrate before you even had
wouldn't
chance to like
You
put it in
could.
the air fryer.
people are doing those left and right though on Instagram, throwing like I don't know what they're dipping the rice cakes in, like chocolate and like
Mm.
I don't really know. And they're putting it in the freezer and it's like a crunchy, like I don't know. I'm not hip with the Instagram diet hacks, apparently. I just see them and I'm like, meh, scroll past.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me eating rice cakes, I want caramel rice cakes, and I am not allowed to keep caramel rice cakes in my house right now because those are definitely a food that I don't trust myself with. I love them.
Have you
So,
guys seen the everything bagel rice
yeah.
cakes?
Yes, yeah.
Dude, like apparently you can like buy them on Amazon, but they're like $40.
Oh, they have them near me.
I
I
will
would.
ship them to you. Get them when you come to Tampa.
Okay,
Go to
deal. Because I love everything taco. Deal.
go to Sprouts when you come because they
Okay.
have really good ones.
Yeah, we don't have Sprouts.
Do you ever use I think it's the Lundberg brand
No, because you have to
rice
go to
cake?
like a specialty store, like a Whole Foods,
Yeah.
and like because I'm not dieting, I tend to not go to Whole Foods because I only go to Whole Foods when I like make salads, and because the
Mhm.
salad is the last fucking thing I want to be eating right now, I'm like, I don't need my Whole Foods. I'll just go to my Costco.
Yeah. You are a Costco queen.
Bro, no offense, I don't know how people bodybuild without a Costco or a Sam's Club membership because like
I need
I
to get
feel like that
one.
would be
Yeah, I don't
so
do it.
expensive. Like,
Yeah.
It is. I
I
just
think I
don't.
like trick myself into realizing away from realizing that though, because like I'll just buy a little bit of stuff for like 2, 3 days and go every couple of days. So then you don't do this like giant haul at once and realize like, oh fuck, I just spent $300.
Yeah, don't realize it. I use all of my. It's funny. With Amino Asylum, all the like whenever people use like my code for it, I just like use it as like a savings account to buy my plane tickets to go to Tar.
There you go.
So that's what I use.
okay, so
You
time
actually got
out.
a really good deal on a trip, so
I have a code. Do you use
Oh,
my code?
I have a code too, and I've never gotten paid.
I'm gonna log off.
You get paid?
What do you mean?
I've
All
never
right.
received like how they send you a check, an email? What the I have an yeah, I have an amino asylum. I've had
her
it for
face,
years.
literally.
I'm uh have you logged onto your affiliate account?
I don't know if I ever got an email for it, but I have a code that I use
Dude,
every
you might
single
have
time.
a bank just sitting there. Travel plans fixed. Yeah,
What else
interesting.
did you have a code for?
Like I just thought you could like save money for your athletes. I didn't know there was like an actual affiliate program. I just thought it was like, oh, if you want to be like an ambassador or affiliate, like you can have a code for your athletes, but I didn't realize you got kickback for it.
Oh wow, love this.
Yeah.
I have some research to do, and I
Yeah,
like
you
it would
do.
probably like, be like $20. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like crazy, but yeah, I've had one for quite some time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would look into
Wow,
that. I would research that for sure.
bro, that's like finding like an old purse in your closet, and you like
Oh,
open it
That's
up, and
the
yeah.
there's like
best.
you had
That
like
is
a
the
20
That is the
best.
bucks.
best.
I love that. I love that.
Bro. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out because
She's like, so I feel like you guys have stiff-handed me. I haven't received any paychecks from you.
That's wild. Yeah.
If you could
Well, I'm glad I
snap her-
enlightened you on probably at least a few hundred, maybe.
I have no idea because like it's not even something that I promote heavily because like I usually just like forget about promoting companies, which I'm really bad about. And I am trying to get better at, but like, yeah, I literally thought it was more just like, oh, you can have this code for your athletes or whatever and whatever. They're probably like, God damn it, Meg. We were gonna take this bitch's money. It's just been sitting in this fucking account collecting fucking dust bunnies and
Yes.
cobwebs.
Well,
Well, I hope you have some money sitting
maybe you
there.
can come to Miami now.
No
Yeah.
shit. No shit. Come to Miami, like go to have a honeymoon. Like we'll see how much things have accrued.
Watch you log in $10.
That's right. Like you're like using your discount count yourself does not count. Oh,
That's funny.
oh my
That's
God.
hilarious. Well, I
Let's
wish you
wrap
all the best with that.
Yeah, thank you. You guys fucking posted. Maybe I can like start buying some more Walden Farms syrup and shit like that.
I hope you have no money then.
Or Quest bars.
Or Quest bars, that's
Stock
right.
up.
We'll put them back on the map so they're not
Mm.
canceled. Literally, I remember texting you guys about like our Quest stories, and this is where I get really paranoid with technology. Like I started getting Quest like
Popped up, yeah.
advertisements, and I was
I
like,
know. Sketchy.
I hate it. I hate that they're listening. Like I was watching a YouTube video from I want to say Jordan Hutchinson, the IFBB pro, that's in prep right now. And he was talking about Bay's like English muffins. I've never heard of the company Bay's before. I've only
Good, yeah.
never heard of them before,
Homework.
right? I've only heard of Thomas because
Mhm.
that's just like what we had growing up or whatever.
Yeah.
And literally because he said it in his video, technology listened, I started getting advertisements on YouTube for Bay's English muffins. I was like,
It's wild.
I hate it. It freaks me out. Like it literally freaks me out. Like if Eric ever talks about AI, I'm like, stop. I don't want to hear about it. Like literally is like it just freaks me out because I don't like knowing that things that aren't alive learn. Like that just sends me. Oh my gosh. Well, ladies, why don't we go ahead and wrap it up and end it here so that way Meg can get back to her hip thrusting. Laura can, I don't know, do something.
I gotta get back to work in an hour, so
Yeah.
Thursday's okay.
Laura
I
can
have to
get back
find
to work.
Tar first. He's on the streets of Tampa.